Hello everyone, welcome back. I am Neeraj. So in our Chai Router demo application, last week we didn't do much work, and unfortunately I was also got stuck with some other projects, other works, and that is why I was not able to uh, give more attention to this demo application. But I made some changes in our application. So, for example, like let's say we are getting the article list, and this whenever user clicks on it, so we are getting the article detail page as well. So, for example, say if I click on this first post, so I am seeing this new component actually in React side. So like we all love React, and React everything is a component, and interactively without a page reload, so we render it. So we have created this two component, the article list component, and the second whenever user clicks on this link, first post, second post, I mean the post title, so a new component gets loaded, and without without any change in the URL, and but the post gets loaded in this the same content placeholder wherever the article list is rendering. And in database side also I made some changes. So I added this new field called description, and here let's say we can add some random text here, and so this is test post content. Let's say post content, and we will save it. And now if we refresh it, so we are getting it correctly. So this change in the database side, there only one change, and in our applications, so there are lots of changes I had already made. So first of all, so let's start with our main file. So see, the idea here is here also. So I had created a new handler. So first of all, so let us focus only these two. This post handler. So we have already created in the last session, and it lists all the relevant data from the database, and in a chronological order. So this basically this renders this list. Fine. So fair enough. So and this new handler, this get post handler. So this handler is basically returning the actual post content. For example, say when user clicks on the appropriate specific article, so this handler is responsible to fetch the individual post content from the database. Okay. The way it fetches the data, so that is a little different than what we usually do. The way it has been implemented is little different than the regular one. So it is this handler, basically this get post handler, that is using the context middleware. So we will see that very shortly, and I would also explain so why I made that change. But if we go to our Chai router documentation, so Chai router, and if you go to the documentation, so this Chai router is using the context very heavily, using this new context package. So we can do things in a very smoother and very cleaner way. So very shortly we are going to see that. So let us dive into our VS Code, and actually, so we could have written it something like this. So this is also purely equally. So r.get post and the ID is this is basically a variable passed in the parameter, and this is triggering the post handler. But here actually I am using the route grouping. So I have made one single route, the base route, the parent route, and that is with the post and the ID. it is basically it takes a closure and this closure. So I have used this middleware, context middleware. So this I have already created. So we will see that, no problem. And here the idea here is that, see, that they try to understand that whether it's a get request for a post item, edit for the edit one, for deletion one, or editing both, I mean, to fetch the data and whenever the post gets submitted. So this would be two separate endpoints. And all this, at least your get individual post item, edit item, or a delete item. So all these three are going to have one single function that is common, and the common functionality is to fetch the data from the database. But to get an individual element, to edit an item and delete an item, we need to have three separate endpoints in all the three handlers. So we have to write some code that is common, and the common code would be to fetch the data, right? So we can minimize that stuff using the context. So that is why. So if we go to our this middleware, so I have created a directory middleware, and obviously, so every directory, whatever directory we create, so that would be a package. So I've created this package, and in this package, so I've created a function that is a post cta. This is not doing anything complex. Rather, this is simply having only common piece of code that is going to be repetitive in all the three separate endpoint handlers. And what it is doing, it is simply checking if the ID field is there as a URL parameter. So it fetches the data, and that data, that's the post data, it simply attach that data into the context. And this in the middleware, so usually we use the next one. So it passes the request to the actual handler. Simply this is doing only this thing. And but using this context middleware, so we have minimized the repetition of this same code of same business logic to get the data. Like for example, for the get post content also, we will need to fetch the data. For deletion also, we will need to fetch the data. Actually, that is a best practice to first check whether the record exists in our database or not, and then only delete that record. Okay. So this is the beauty of the using the context middleware. So this change is there, and since we have to initiate the database connection in outside the main package, so that is why in the main package, so I also made some change. So I created a separate database package. So I refactored it a little bit. So I created a database package, and to create a database connection, so wrote this connectdb function is there, and this function simply opens a connection, connects our database, and it assigns the all the connection information we are keeping in the dbcon global variable. But since this is a part of the database package, so that is why in our context middleware also, so we could use it like database package.dbcon, and we can execute our query. So these are the simple steps that I had made. And in our HTMX side, so this is doing, I mean, very, very simple stuff. So this postdetail.html is a new template, and this simply renders the title and the post description. And in the index.html, so there is no much change, only a few steps. But the thing is, the best part is that although this is not a React application, and as well as I mean, okay, so that is okay that we all love React a lot. So, but using HTMX also, so we can create a component kind of the same concept. So we can use the same logic, and we can create n number of components and just render it wherever we want to render. So just like attach it, and wherever in whatever div or whatever placeholder we have to attach a specific piece of information. So we can create that kind of separate individual component and we can attach it very, very easily. So however, this is I think like this is a broad topic. So whether we can at many places, so at many people, they have the only this view that HTMX would be good for small projects, but I don't truly agree to them. So I think like using HTMX also we can definitely create an enterprise level application, and in fact I am also looking into it to build a project, I mean enterprise level project using HTMX in next few months. So that's all for this session. And if you have anything to say, so please do let me know. And I'll see you next. So till then, take care and happy coding.